I thought I'd make a quick vlog, and several things are going on in this room. I am clearing out the room, and I have coats and jackets. I have to sort through which ones are spring and which ones are winter coats and jackets, and they're all piled up right there, right there. They're all piled up right there on the chair. So I'm sitting over here, and hold on. This is in the room because Diego was here last week, and he'll be back. That's why I haven't taken it out of the room. And he can't make it on top of the bed because the bed is high up. So we have to put this ottoman by the bed so he can jump on the ottoman and then jump on the bed. He's so cute. And here is one of his toys. It became dirty just with him running around and putting it. It was dirty. Let's just say that. Okay, and it's little Snoopy. It's a little winter Snoopy from the Bark Boxes. Okay, he gets Bark Boxes, and these are sturdy toys. But you can see he hasn't played with this one as much as he normally does with the other ones, because the first thing he does is ruin the squeaky. Ruin the squeaky. These are some of the pillows I had in the room. These are some of the pillows. And this one was covered up with a brown pillowcase. And I have another pillow somewhere that I have to find because I definitely don't want to leave it behind. And yeah, so that's a big pile of jackets and spring jackets, coats, jackets, spring jackets. Big pile. And I moved the TV. The TV was on the portable table, but the tray table, but I took it off of there because my mother, well, we needed room. The dog was in here and he was running around, and I didn't want, and we put this ottoman in here, so I didn't want the TV to fall off the tray table. So that's that. And this, my Trust Jesus Christ box is a mess. It has so much stuff in it. It has so much stuff in it. But it was just stuff that, I was picking up, like some hats and some scarves that I hadn't put away yet. So I just threw them in there so I can move them into their proper place. So yes, so I put them in there, and this is Diego's blanket. This is Diego's blanket. It has dogs on it. Hold on. It has dogs on it. See? A little dog with a blue sweater. So cute. He is adorable. He's adorable. Diego is adorable. What an adorable little dog. And after he left, my mother and I were both very sad. I walked around and I saw this ottoman, and I'm like, oh, Diego. And I saw his food bowl before I put it away. And I was like, oh, it just killed me. I can't even imagine what my sister went through without him there, And don't get me wrong, Frida, I love her too. She's wonderful. She's wonderful too. But Diego is just like a cuddleberry. He's such a cuddleberry. But he practically ignored me, and just hung out with my mother almost the entire time he was here. But I took him out and we ran around, and he was depressed, and because he wasn't in his home, he wasn't near my sister Linda, and he wasn't near Frida, his the other dog. And so I took him out for walks and running, and then he would come back with his tail wagging and happy and stuff like that, and then get depressed again because it was so new to him to be here again. He was here. I don't even know when he was here. He wasn't here last fall, but he was here during this time, I think. No. I don't even remember the timeline anymore. It's been, this is my life, just sitting at the house. So I don't even remember when things happened anymore that well. I have to look through my vlogs to see what happened. And speaking of speaking of my vlog, I couldn't believe some of the things I was saying about fashion design. I couldn't believe it. I got all upset. I became all upset with fashion designers, and I think that's because I was stepping in on their territory, and you were, but you were doing a very, very, very good favor to the world by introducing modest clothing, and fashion designers had to keep up with you. Okay, so yes. So anyway, and so fashion designers were like attacking me, not really attacking me, but getting on my case because they were getting frustrated with always having to keep up. And so I wrote the discerning the discerning woman. I don't know what I was thinking. I was ill at the time. I have to admit, I was very, very ill. I had stopped taking my medication, but wow. The discerning woman doesn't wear last year's fashion. Wouldn't be caught dead in last year's fashion. I forgot all about that. I completely forgot all about that. I had to go back and I was going back through my vlog to try to remember some of the stuff that they made me forget. And so the discerning woman wouldn't wear fashion markers like shoulder pads. And this is what my mother and I are going to be showing you. Well, some of her fashion, some of her older fashion. And I think I'll do that before my brother moves in because he's trying to clear out space. So it'll probably all go to my men. Yes, we're taking it. It won't go to the thrift store or resellers. They're not selling any of her mother's clothes. Yeah. So it'll be out of the house. So we have to do our fashion show before I leave. So I haven't dyed her hair because I've asked for dye and I haven't received it yet. So as soon as I get it, I will dye her hair and pick out the clothes. I haven't started picking out the clothes yet, but I'm going to pick out the clothes and make sure they fit her well. Because, and I think I mentioned it, I did mention it, that they're different sizes, they are different sizes. So I have to, just make sure the ones I pick are the ones that fit her, And like I also said, some of the sizes were smaller back then. So what I would fit her now might be too small on her in the number from back then. Yes, and that's true. A lot of vintage clothing was a lot smaller, not a lot smaller, smaller back then. Okay? Smaller. And the discerning woman in all of my vlogs, Greater Malonia and all that. Oh my goodness. Greater Malonia. I would love to go to Greater Malonia. See, I had to remind myself about all of this stuff. And $29.99, I still don't remember everything. I thought I wrote the complete backstory where people lived in the sky and left the good lands for the animals. And you did put that in there. People know about that, and that has been discussed over and over and over again. Yeah. Leave the land to the animals. Poor babies. Poor babies. And I guess with that, I will tell you what I hate a lot. And I've hated it since I was about 3 years old. And that is the zoo. I don't like zoos. And people know that. This is not new news. People know you do not like the zoo. And do they know why? Yes, some people do, but go ahead and say why. Because, well, it started when I was 3, and there was a gorilla in a plexiglass box at the zoo, and people were just walking up to it and staring at it and making faces at it, and this poor gorilla didn't have any room to move, maybe sit down, but that's it. And I just couldn't handle it. I became so sad. And then over the years, just thinking about the fact that these animals had so much land and freedom, and now they're captive. And, how dare anyone give a lion, just that little bit of room to roam? Like, just a tiny enclosure, that's it. And this is what people have been debating too. You're not the only one who doesn't like the zoo. There are many people who have a lot of issues with the zoo. Yeah, I do. I definitely do. You know? Just like $29.99. Live in the sky and leave the good land to the animals. The clean land to the animals. Some clean land for humans, but animals need space too. And what a shame it would be if humans in that story, what a shame it would have been if humans in that story decided to just stay on the land and, push out the animals to all the pollution. They would have all died. Or, maybe they would have still killed them and eaten them. And I'm not saying anything about carnivores because I was raised eating meat. And at this point, I don't think I can be a vegetarian. I've gone maybe 2 days eating vegetables only, and I didn't have a problem. Well, no, during Lent, I don't eat fish. I don't. So during Lent, sometimes I have gone with just eating some vegetables, and I do eat eggs, so eggs and vegetables and bread, stuff like that, salads during Lent. And but it's really sad. When you really stop and think about it, it is very sad that an animal gives its life so that we can eat. And so much meat gets wasted. And I'm a culprit because, I'm under spell. Well, I'm not going to blame it on spells, but I have wasted meat too. And when a glorious animal died to provide that meat, it's so sad. That's something I should never do again. Anyway, but so that's that, and $29.99. Oh my goodness, the linear boot attachment and all that. Okay, and then so I'm gonna stop talking about my vlog because I have to remember everything, and I will show you something I bought at the thrift store. Not recently. I bought it a while ago because I haven't been going to the thrift stores anymore. And I don't want to because I can't afford it. Okay, so I bought a set of these napkins, and they were just napkins. They didn't come with a tablecloth. Someone else grabbed the tablecloth that these that made a set with these. And so I thought, okay, well, it could work with tan or with a muted gold, and it would work just perfectly. And it would. And it would. And dun, 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 I paid $1.99 for 4 napkins. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Those are very high quality napkins. Yes, which I don't know where to put on the table. Hey, I can laugh at myself. I can laugh at myself, you know. Maybe I shouldn't have tried to learn to set a table, you know, with the entire world. Okay, so yes. No, the world appreciate many people appreciate that you didn't know how to set a table, because a lot of people don't know how to set a table properly. Okay, and we are helping her, but I'm taking the table apart tomorrow, so it's just, well, we'll let her know how to set it, so in the future she can set the table. Okay. And my mother is sleeping in the bed. Dun, da, da, da. That's the blue duvet. Yes, I haven't shown the bed. I haven't shown this room fixed up. And I don't think I'm going to until I come back. When I come back, I'll put everything back together. And show you the room. And show you the rooms that I had promised to show you. But I'm already taking them all apart. So, you know, they don't look the same anymore. They don't look the same. And that's a shame. That's a shame. But she has to do it because she doesn't want to leave her things here while someone else is here, because they can move them or misplace them or get stains on them or even take them. Yeah. I'm definitely going to take both my tables, so both my art table, well, my art table with the flowers on it, and the, no, I forgot his name. How could I forget his name? Well, the table that's worth a lot of money that I bought with the flowers on it. I can't remember his name. And that's a shame because I really love that table. And I think he's a phenomenal artist. So if I remember his name, I'll mention it again. And so I'm tonight, after my mother goes to bed, after she falls asleep, she's already in bed. After she falls asleep, I have to finish organizing because tomorrow there are going to be people in here. These are the people who are going to come in and move things around, like move the china cabinet and the bookshelves and the TV stands. You know both of them because you've seen them. The one in the basement and the one in the living room. They're going to move those. They're going to move a lot of stuff around in the house and take some stuff out. And no one gets that stuff. It's all going to us. We're going to keep it. Okay, so yes. But it's leaving the house, so it won't be here anymore. And not the china cabinet, that's staying, and the bookshelf is staying. And I decided to we have 2 armoires that are beautiful, and I decided to keep them both. And I'm just going to put them in the basement, and that would be storage for clothes. Although I don't want my clothes to smell like the basement anymore, you know. Oh, and that's another thing I saw in the vlog. All those clothes and all that stuff I had in the back room. Everything I had in the back room, and it's all gone. No, it's not gone. We have it all. You'll get it back. But yes, people noticed. People were furious when the back room was cleared out because Salvador thought he sold it all. But he sold duplicates, and we took the duplicates back. Oh, okay. All the things I've been through, and I hope and pray that I don't lose the stuff in my storage locker again. You won't. You won't. Not this time. We're not going to let you lose your stuff again. I hope not, because I haven't accumulated that much, but what I've accumulated, I love. Yes, and it's all very nice. So, I can't wait to do the fashion show with my mother. I can't wait. She's so cute. She's so cute. I'm going to put her in heels. She hasn't worn heels in a long time. But at first I'm going to make sure she can wear heels again. And if she can, then I'll put her in heels. If not, I have a pair of kitten heels upstairs. And they may be a little too big on her, but I will put stuff in the shoe to make sure it fits her well so she doesn't trip on them. And we think just sticking with the kitten heels would be the best bet. Okay, I'll just put a pair of kitten heels on her. So yes. Anyway, I don't have much more to talk about right now, so I'm gonna pause this and see if I can think of more things. Oh, one thing I do want to talk about is I pulled out my Starbucks cup again. I pulled it out again. I'm using it again, and I'm taking it with me, and I hope to use it often during the summer because I love it. I love it. And when I looked at it, I bought this when I had money. And when I looked at the price, because the tag is still on there, I think it was $39.95. And I couldn't believe at this point in my life that there was a time in my life that I paid $39.95 for a cup. Okay, that seems like a lot of money for a cup, unless it's a collector's item. And well, this one, I like it, but, I couldn't believe it. So, yeah. Anyway, okay, I'm going to pause the video and see if I can think of anything else to talk about.